Okay, we have the whole team here. Amelia, obviously, Phobos. Scott. And then the two guys we never use. Hello, Andrew and Nisha. So, we know that this is it. Our backs are up against the wall, and we need to figure out our next move. Now, we have a bunch of new quests. Rescue operation. Find out where Patience has been taken. We still need to figure that out. Find allies, at least 3. Alright, Melvin Mancer's gonna help, Eliza's gonna help, Dendola's gonna help. We're not gonna get any help from Anton. It's just not gonna happen. I can tell you that much. Alright. As far as these, we're gonna have to head back to Dendolo's anyway, and talk about the shield toad and all that stuff. Gotta figure out about Scott's son. But I guess right now our main quest is to head to Dandolo and see if we can get some assistance from him. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that that's gonna be the first thing we need to do right now. Oh goody, we can push the gate open. Alright, let's not dilly-dally. The first thing I want to do is head over and talk to Dandolo.
We're lucky that scum and Phobos managed to stop Cain. That crazy zealot would have led us to the grave.
I only wish that Phobos had not sought the help of humans. Mutant problems should end with mutant solutions.
Oh dear.
Perfect world, yes.
That's fine. I'm not gonna hold it against them. Although I guess what they don't know, and I think this is very interesting. I think the way that this is coming around, of course, like we start off at the city, right? Our own city, and then we get kicked out of our own city. We make it over to Dandolo's place, right? Place of outcasts, where people go where they're not wanted anymore, right? Very interesting. Then we end up here with mutants. I find that very interesting, of course. Oh, I should have asked Melvin Mancer. I guess I could do that later. I'll do this first. So maybe I don't have to come back to knock this ever again, but I find it very interesting. No sassy conversations. Very good. Just a nice quiet ride without everyone having to say something. That's... Sorry. Just found that very awkward. But anyway, we end up in the town of mutants, knowing, of course, that we ourselves are mutants, right? Like nobody else knows that we're mutants, but we know that we're mutants. Like Technomancers are mutants, and I think it's kind of very fitting, obviously. A little too on point, maybe. I don't know if everyone who plays this game, I'm not saying I'm smarter than everyone else, but I'm not sure that everyone that plays this game would get that. You know, we end up with the mutants, the outcasts, the people that nobody likes. That's who we end up with. I think it's kind of an interesting ending. But anyway, let's talk to Dandolo, get his help. Yes,
Zachariah, what can I do for you?
Here for... Oh, let's talk about this then first. Scott's son. Are we doing this?
I stopped the ambush and interrogated the looters. Right all along. Viktor's behind it all, and he's got a man in Noctis feeding him information. Apparently one of your merchants, but they don't know his name.
A merchant? Bullshit. There's not a merchant alive here who'd betray Noctis. That being said, a man came recently. A trader who left his corporation because he said they were threatening him. He was short on details, and maybe long on lies. Bet ya he's our mole. Trader, merchant, all the same to the people of Ophir. Not to me, though. Not to a merchant. Maybe you could pay him a visit.
We'll see what he has to say.
Okay, let's do that. Let's talk about Scott's son.
Trying to find out what happened to a young mutating man back in Ophir a few years ago. He got arrested then. After that, no one seems to know anything. You know anyone who could help me out?
Ophir's administration knows all, Zachariah. Any citizen, any story you're looking for can be found packed in nice little boxes in their archives. Problem is, those archives aren't really open to the public. Might be able to find a way to sneak in, but might be easier to ask an old mutant from Abundance first. You never know.
Thanks for the thought. Not a bad idea.
Okay, what about this?
You told me you learned where Scott was from mutants. You mind if I talk to them? Like to find out exactly what they saw.
Have suspicions about your friend, Zachariah? Sorry. None of my business, really. You can find them in Mutant Valley. They only pass through here to pass on some information to me, including the little tidbit about your friend.
Thanks. I'm gonna go find him.
Okay, I don't remember that part, but sure. And then an alliance.
I need allies to fight Viktor in the ASC.
Then you came to the right place. The bastard came to our doorstep and threatened us. Sent thugs to capture one of our own who came in peace, seeking refuge. There's not a day that goes by that he doesn't grab and gain more power. The time's come to bring Viktor down. You not only have me on your side, Mancer, but all of Noctis.
Excellent. That is excellent news, my friend. Alright. We got a little info on Scott. Got a little info on Scott's son. Now I had to head down here and talk about the shield toad. That disgusting animal. Oh my god. Not worth the trouble. You'd better reward me so hard right now.
Hey, Brad.
Zachariah, how's the hunting?
Frickin'.
Got your last specimen.
Tell me you did! The shield toad skin. Wonderful. Oh, what you have done for science. You are invaluable. I am forever indebted. You've given me years of study, and when I finally publish, you, my friend, will find your name in the acknowledgments.
Hooray. Hooray. It's exactly what I wanted. Whatever. Looks like we have a little side quest here. However, I do want to do that. Let's find the sneak. Yes. Confession. Oh, right. Let's find the counter ambush, right? Right. I want to just, any loose ends when it comes to Viktor in this town. Gotta get rid of. You sneaking? You look like a sneaker. He might be suspicious. Ooh, level 1. I've never picked this. How have I not picked this lock? Oh. Alright, you.
Welcome! Welcome. Are we looking for something in particular today?
Do I know you? From Ophir?
Fear. Yes, the threats of the secret police forced me to leave the city.
And somehow threatened you enough that you're now working for them?
I won't be taken alive, Mancer!
Okay.
Stop, please. He has my family and threatened to kill them if I didn't tell him where the caravans were. I promise. I didn't have a choice.
That's how Viktor works. You have a weakness, he'll exploit it.
Ah, let you go.
Get out of the city, and don't come back. Dandolo's not one for betrayal, for any reason. You stay, and you won't live long.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay. That was easy enough. He looks suspicious. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Talk to Dandolo, and then we'll head back over to Mutant Town. Mutantville. Necropolis. And then we can ask about Scott. Talk to Melvin about an alliance. Of course they're gonna ally with me. They don't have a choice. I'm their leader.
Zachariah, what can I do for you?
Found your spy.
You were right. The traitor was dirty. I barely started asking before he unwound.
You're an intimidating force, Mr. Mancer. Then what?
He left the city.
They told him to get out of Noctis.
And now what? He runs to his master and divulges everything he knows about our defenses, our city. Your pity might well cost us more than just one man's life now. But who am I to judge you not killing a man? We've seen too much blood already in these times. Forgotten life is sacred. Maybe he won't survive the trip. It's a long trip to Ophir on foot. Beneath the sun, among the creatures, brutal. So we'll cross our fingers and hope it does him in. Thank you for your efforts, even if I wished they'd taken a different turn.
Whatever. We kill people, we kill bad guys, right? We kill bad guys, we lose karma. We let this guy go, we get in trouble. I'm very confused. Where is the moral compass in this game? Because I think a lot of the people that we've left alive, like 100% deserve to die. 100%. Like, in a heartbeat, deserve to die. But we've let them go, right? Because killing is bad. Killing is bad generally. Just like, period. Like, it's always been that way. I don't know. It seems a little weird. Whatever, man. No. Did not mean to say that. Alright. Yeah, Mutant Valley. Yeah, anyway, so just a little weird.
Mutant Valley, here we come.
Someone sounds excited.
Well, duh, the landscape's drop-dead gorgeous. As for the city, integrating with the valley's natural overhangs and alcoves to avoid using a metal dome, you're genius. Makes me worry about getting fried. And we'll always be strangers there.
For now, most mutants don't have an innate hatred for humans. We just need to give them time to heal.
Still, we'll never be able to walk a mile in their shoes. And for that, we'll always be outsiders. I ain't mad though. If I were them, it'd be my personal mission to fuck up every single humanoid who said good day to me.
Right now, we must focus on uniting our nation. I understand you find it difficult to feel at home, but know that you are a friend, and that as long as I live here, you will be welcome. And when our people are finally free, I know many of my brothers and sisters will welcome you too.
Don't stress out about the roof. You won't be instantly mutated. I have heard tales. But yeah, what a beautiful place. Natural, organic, how refreshing. Humans should take notes.
This city makes me sad.
You're not gonna cry, are ya? I just had these seats cleaned.
I mean, I think I would have liked to, know before of its success. It's all right. Sad is too grandiose. Wistful, yes, wistful. By Jove, I've done it.
I've picked the right word, by Jove. Scott cracks me up. I like Scott a lot. I do. But Amelia's still my favorite. Easily. Okay, let's see.
The scum was chosen. He has already proven he can lead our people.
I'm gonna head up here. Nope, wrong way. Well, maybe not the wrong way. If this is a level 1, definitely the wrong way. Alright. Well, it was a nice try. Where in the heck? Alright, we'll head this way then. I guess standing in the sun in and of itself isn't what does you. It's being in the sun too long. Like, I'm standing here and I'm not dying. So that must be what it is. Don't mind me, I'm just looking for things to loot. That guy is standing right in the sun though. Oh no, that guy looks like he's a thug. Maybe he is, maybe he isn't. Hello?
Hey,
Hello. How are you?
someone told me about you, so I wanted to come say thanks. Your instructions helped me save my friend.
I'm just happy you got there in time. We would have helped ourselves, but feared letting humans know free mutants roam around.
Don't blame you. You see what led to all of that? By the time I got there, they tortured my friend, and the Technomancer in charge was leaving.
Found himself surrounded by the Technomancer and his soldiers. He wanted to know where they could find a man named Zechariah. You, I suppose.
What did he tell him?
Not the answer you are scared he gave. He said nothing of your location. Instead, he told this other Technomancer that he knew who he was, but it did not seem to matter. The question was asked again. This time your friend screamed back that he knew who he was, and that they must listen to him. That is when they began to beat him, and he began to scream for mercy. Mercy that would not come, even as he screamed that he could do something for them. The violence only grew. That is when we ran to warn Dandolo. What he was offering to do for them, I do not know. He never said. But it did not matter anyway. All they wanted to know was where you were. Nothing else to them mattered. The torture lasted for hours. Your friend may be not all there, but his loyalty cannot be doubted.
Thanks. And thank you for going to Dandolo.
Of course.
Okay. Enter the room, speak privately. I will. But I think for right now, I need to talk to the Technomancers first. Can I go this way? Please say yes. Okay. I was gonna be very upset if I couldn't open it through from that side. Would have been very sad. Okay.
Greetings, Zachariah.
Alliance.
I think it's time I answered Victor's constant attacks. I'm gonna need help, though.
That's what family is for, Zachariah. We are family, united by the mutual suffering inflicted by Victor. His time to pay for all he's done has come. We are united in that.
That was easy enough. We're not ready. No, no, no. We still have to go talk to Eliza Major. Yes, yes, yes. Eliza Major is going to be our final ally in this fight against Victor. I know she'll help. We've been nice to her, you know? We've been friendly. And then we'll look for Scott's son. Since we're heading to Ophir anyway. Oh, excuse me, sir. We'll head to Ophir. Look for Scott's son. Talk to Eliza. Yeah. I think that's a great plan, in fact. And we'll see what Scott has to say. What he was planning to do for, I always forget his name, the bad Technomancer. I'm sure, I don't know, knowing Scott, probably something weird, but we'll find out.